What's up, fam? Gardeners, farmers. We're going to be doing a special kind of video. Today, we'll be getting into garden reaction videos. I do want to preface this by saying that we will keep this classy and respectful while adding entertainment on top of transformative material to the original creator's content. Let's use this as a tool to be truly connected as we learn information more quickly, apply it a little bit easier, and enjoy ourselves while we do it. So without further ado, I present to you Spring is Near by Turf Therapy. Let's go.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Turf Therapy. Yeah, I know. We're still in the dead middle of winter. I get it. I know what the date on the calendar says. But look, check it out. My daffodils are starting to break ground, which means spring is right around the corner. So I did some last minute cleaning up this morning. I had to take care of the lily turf liriope that I had up front. You can take that down, early fall if you want to, or you can let it sit out here if you want to be lazy.
Gosh, that knife is super sharp. Look at that.
Like me, just get after it at the end of winter, midwinter, right before it warms back up again. So we chop those down, and as you can see, I use my handy dandy Hori Hori knife. Gosh, I love that thing.
So I just wanted to take a second to appreciate that Hori Hori knife. It's part of the Bare Bones garden kit. Oh man, their stuff is so epic. I have the Bare Bones shears, and I use it for just about everything. It comes through for everything for me. So I just wanted to stop and say that for a second.
Shout out to Mark from Long Creek Limited for putting me onto it. If you want to check it out, I'll leave it in the description below. I use that thing for harvesting, cutting, digging, transplanting. It's a super handy tool to have around, I promise you. So what we're going to do today, I've been telling you guys in my live that I had collards out here and plenty of brassicas out here, cabbage and whatnot that I need to get out the ground. I'm going to go ahead and make space for this stuff, like this bed right here. This is that broccoli romanesco. And if I peel back enough layers of this foliage right here, you'll see that we got a little tiny head. She was going to come in, but she hasn't came in. And to be honest, I think I put one too many.
So two things I wanted to say real quick. Gosh, look at how beautiful that is. He doesn't have any raised beds out there, and he can't have any raised beds where he is, so he just doesn't. But he's doing his thing with containers, and he's living and he's learning with those containers. Just like he said, he's just doing what he can. So I just wanted to say that respect, much respect to that.
In this container, lessons learned. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to clean off the foliage from all of my brassicas. I'm going to leave a couple out here and kind of use them as early starts for the spring that's right around the corner. And then another thing we're going to do is I got to get these carrots out the ground. Now, I don't have to get them out the ground. They'll survive the weather that's coming up, but I really don't want to have to deal with frozen soil again. And right now my soil is not frozen because I'm in containers. It will freeze easier, but we've had some warm temperatures for the past couple of weeks, so the soil is nice and moist. So my wife, she wants to make like a cauliflower carrot soup, and I told her, well, I got.
So check this out. He is thinking about every single little thing that's going on in this garden, and that's awesome. You have to be able to adapt to your unique situation when it comes to your garden, and if you can do that, you can be successful just about anywhere. And let me tell you, Turf is out here really doing a good job with everything that he's doing. So I just wanted to take a second to peep that skill real quick.
Carrots outside, I'll go ahead and pull some up. I'll let you use whatever you want to use. And then for the collards and the brassica greens, the other brassica greens like the cauliflowers and the cabbage that didn't come to head, the purple one specifically, and the Brussels sprouts, we'll go ahead harvest all that foliage because it is still very edible. And like I told you guys, the Brussels sprouts foliage I think are a little better than collards, just my opinion.
Okay, I gotta stop you right there. Brussels sprouts better than collards? I understand we all got our opinions here and everything, but it's something going on there. I'm just messing with you. But, I bet most our people in the garden community here would be like, collards are way better than Brussels. So let us know what you think down below about that one. I'm just messing with Turf.
Don't shoot the messenger. And then we'll be good. It'll put us in a nice, comfortable place before I have to start bringing my starts out here in about 3 months. So I want to just give this soil a nice little rest. So let's go ahead and bring this stuff in the house. I'll blanch it, I'll freeze it, I'll put it to the side, I'll use it sparingly until I get back.
Can't wait to see those greens.
Full, jettison mode again. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let's get this stuff harvested. We'll chat along the way. And of course, if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comments below. All right, let's go.
Look how thick that stem is on those collards. Oh my gosh, that thing looks like a, I don't even know. That thing looks like a little coconut tree collard. I don't even know. That thing is huge. But gosh, that's healthy. Good job, Turf. Good job. Props on that. I just had to stop and mention that real quick because that's
So cool. That was pretty easy, guys. I got me a bucket, a bucket and a bag full of greens. So I'm excited about this. This is probably going to be a good 8 meals for the wife and I. Maybe I'll gift some away to my neighbor across the street. I know Marcus, he enjoys greens, and he's a fan of these Brussels greens and these cabbage
I'm
greens.
sorry, Marcus
right
will be
along with
holding
these
out
collard
this
greens,
year.
just like I am. So it'll most likely be mixed greens just because of how I harvest them. I guess the one thing I tell you is when you think you don't have a lot out there, you probably want to go out there and just see if you can get a little small harvest, cook that up and see what that looks like, because that'll give you a better idea of how much you actually need to harvest. And you won't end up like me with all these greens towards the end of your season and trying to figure out how to keep them and salvage them to make sure that they don't go to waste.
So I had to stop him real quick on that because that is some excellent information. You definitely want to know how much greens you're working with in the cooked form before you start growing a huge greens harvest, because if you don't have the proper storage for that stuff, it's going to go to waste. I mean, you might compost it, but you want to be able to eat your greens and everything. You want to be able to eat as much as you can. So be on the lookout for that. That's some solid information, y'all.
So equally talking about waste, I got a bucket full of worm food as well. So what I'll do is I'll take this, I'll probably break that stuff down a little bit more by hand, put it in a bag and throw it in the freezer. I like to put it in the freezer first for a week or two, because what happens is everything breaks down just a little bit more. And when I thaw it out, it'll be nice, soft, and mushy. I let it come to room temp and I'll feed it to the worms and they'll go ahead and do their thing.
Peep that too. If you throw that stuff in the deep freezer, those worms, they like, of course, let it thaw out before you feed it to the worms, but it helps break down the cells so the worms can access it a lot quicker and break it down a lot easier. So he's giving y'all some sage like advice on here. So be peeping this knowledge, y'all. Okay.
All right. All right. So let's move on to these red, purple dragon carrots. I've been harvesting them along the way, but you guys haven't seen me do it on camera. So let's go ahead and pull up this harvest. Again, I'm getting after this. You can absolutely leave these all winter. You do not have to do what I'm doing. But because carrots tend to store for quite a long time, I'm not worried about having to hurry up and figure out what I have to do with them. And then on top of that, I'm about to go out of town. And while I'm out of town, the temperature is going to be like 20s and below for about 2 weeks. And I just don't want to have to deal with frozen soil. I don't want to have to deal with it. So we're going to pull them up now. All right. So they're pulling up nice and easy. And that's because the soil is what? It's not frozen. So it's a nice little size, right?
Gosh, that's pretty.
Ooh, top broke off of that one, but we still got a carrot. Yeah. That's not a pretty one. Look at her. Look at this. Man, let me bring you
I
guys
love
in
that.
closer so you can see what I'm seeing. Mm-hmm.
Look at
I
that.
got a little baby one back there. Little baby carrot. I'm a huge fan of these carrots. Like, all of them are nice, beautiful size. That's a gorgeous color too.
That is a perfect size.
Now these carrot tops, they'll be going to the worms because you can see that they have been through it. But man, these carrots, and they taste delicious, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I tasted them before the heavy frost and freeze got to them. So I can only imagine what these jokers are gonna be like now.
They're gonna be amazing. That's what they're gonna be like.
Wow. That's a nice. I love the size of these. These are good for chopping, cutting, slicing. They're nice and fat, and got some good length on them. Not ridiculously long, but still enough to make you feel like it did something. So huge fan of these carrots, guys. If you are wondering where I got these seeds from, I got them from the lovely Baker Creek, of course. And this soil is like so rich.
Hey, shout outs to Baker Creek. They're an amazing company. So yes, he is on one with that one. So Baker Creek is an amazing company that you need to check out when they have their seeds in stock, because a lot of the times their stuff is sold out or they're shut down due to volume. So be on the lookout for Baker Creek.
Rich. Yeah, I'm definitely probably going to do more carrots in this soil just because these did so well. Okay, guys, so that was a pretty decent harvest we just got off of those purple dragon carrots. So I'm impressed with those. I'm a huge fan of them. Really easy to sow, really easy to get them to sprout. Now I didn't go as heavy with my seeding with the purples as I did my black nebulas, and you're going to see I paid for that dearly. Not a lot of these, unless there was more development that happened, or unless I just got a few bad ones in the beginning. You'll see that they formed up well up top, but going down, they really just didn't fatten up. But they're still delicious. I still ate them, and they might be prime for the wife's soup that she's doing, or even again, smoothies.
Ooh, that's gonna be good.
Imagine walking around with like this super black smoothie.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be good.
Just to wear them out. So let's get in here and see what the black nebulas did. We'll pull these up, and then we'll get you guys out of here, wrap this thing up. All right, stay tuned.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, see, like I said, same old story.
Hey, that's all good. Still gonna taste just as good. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, just take a second and look at that. That's just beautiful. Carrots are nice and long. They're gonna be nutritious. Oh my gosh, I bet they're gonna taste amazing too. So, he did a great job. So that's amazing. I'm excited for him. I feel like I'm about to take him in the kitchen to eat him right now. Oh yeah. Oh, that's bringing the color out now. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. Woo, look at those.
All right, guys, that pretty much wraps this up. I got my carrots, they're all cleaned up. I'm letting them dry off real quick. But I'm really impressed with these carrots. These
You
red
should be
dragons,
impressed with them.
These are going to be some keepers. These are keepers as well. Just keep in mind, I sold them too thick. That's all that happened here. They're still delicious, still edible. You can use them smoothies, drinks, juice them, put them in salads, put them in soups. Just get creative. Just because they don't look as desirable as you'd like them doesn't mean that they're not going to be delicious and nutritious.
Turf, I'm gonna give you a PSA. Don't short sell yourself on this. You did an amazing job, and I can't wait to see how much you improve next year growing these carrots, because you did epic. So I don't care what nobody says. You did a great job.
Okay. All right, guys. So that pretty much wraps this up. Thanks for checking in for your weekly dose of therapy with Rob.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at that soup. Look at that soup. All right, y'all. So we'll go ahead and close it out, but that was an amazing video, y'all. I suggested y'all check out Turf Therapy's channel. Give him a like, give him a subscribe, comment on his videos, share his videos, like his videos. I know I probably said it twice, but I love his videos. That's why I said it twice if I did. But y'all have a great evening, great morning, great afternoon, whenever you're watching. Wherever you're watching, have a great and beautiful day. That's Farmer Q out.